Guys, welcome back to Tank Blue Frenchies. We got a lot of stuff to cover. In this video, I'll be showing you guys what I feed my pregnant French Bulldog. Basically, a little bit of the details. I'll be adding some pictures so you guys can check out the dog food. We will also be starting to look into a giveaway. In order to do this, we need to see how well this video does in previous videos. So go ahead and stay tuned. Here she is, my girl. And here he comes, my future stud, Tanky Winky. What's going on, Tank? Here's Max, our weenie dog. Hey, Tank. Now, Koko has been having this weird itch on her breast, and I bought some, she's been having a weird, itch on her breast like that. I bought some spray, basically, that will help her stop scratching. As you can see, she's starting to get, kind of like dry nipples. But you can notice that her nipples are getting bigger right here. Much bigger than normal. But again, here's the issue, that she keeps scratching and her nipples are getting dry. So I have this spray that I started spraying on her. Stop. And hopefully that helps her. Well, it has been helping her. She hasn't been scratching as much, but I'll try to spray it once a day, basically. She also has something on her back of her ear that looks like it's been getting dry. Tank. If you guys want to see more, go ahead and follow them on their socials. It's Koko the French Bulldog and Tank the Frenchie. I have the links in the description. You guys can see that Koko is no longer, I guess flagging or anything. And Max basically doesn't want to get on her anymore. I was having an issue where he was trying to get on Koko all the time, and I would always have to put him in his kennel and have Koko out at separate times. Tank is just a puppy. I think he's what, 5-6 months. Once he gets to his 8 months, then maybe we can stud him out. We'll have that in a separate video. But look at my French Bulldog, Koko. Just nice and calm. Just not really, an overexcited Frenchie. Tank. And they love each other. Max over there. Looks like he's sad. Welcome back to another video, guys. Now, what I normally feed my French Bulldog, Koko, I swapped her over to puppy food. Now, this puppy food is from Purina. We're not sponsored in any way, but this is the best food that I think is great for her. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that choosing what to feed your French Bulldog while she's pregnant and before she even gets pregnant is a really big choice. You want to make sure that the food is high in protein. The reason I say high in protein is because a French Bulldog is really gassy. Their stomachs are pretty small and flat. Once she starts growing her belly, those gases will need to escape somehow. Now, what the protein does is it will keep her kind of firm. It will make room for those gases to exit out her back end. And now what I choose to do, once I see that my female is in heat, I switch her over to puppy food. Now, why do you switch her over to puppy food? Why do people do that? I do that because the nutrients and the proteins that are in the puppy food will begin to be absorbed in my French Bulldog, if that makes sense. Now, once Koko, my French Bulldog, gets pregnant or is bred, I'll continue to feed her, puppy food. I'll start to give her more meats, more chicken, basically more protein, so her body is a little more firm and lets all her gases out. There's no complications during her pregnancy. Now, what type of puppy food do I use? The puppy food that I use is the Purina puppy food. And now you want to make sure that the puppy food is for small bred animals. Basically, French Bulldogs are considered small, bred puppies or animals. A couple of other things that you want to make sure of is that the puppy food's primary ingredient is protein. So lamb, chicken, any meats basically. You don't want to do the rice because it's not too much, protein. Yeah, so the one that I chose is lamb. And what you want to do is basically stay consistent. You don't want to switch your food over. You don't want to switch your food 3 to 5 times or 4 times, or hey, this one's cheaper. While she's going through a pregnancy, it is going to cost some money, and you want to stay consistent with the dog food that you give her. Now, another tip that I do, so my female French Bulldog gets used to the puppy food. I give her, her normal dog food, and I start mixing the puppy food with it. About 2-3 weeks before she's actually in heat, I start switching her over to puppy food. Once she is bred, or we take her to the stud and they mate, or we do an AI. After that, that's when I start to get her used to just eating puppy food by itself. Now, once she starts getting used to the puppy food, I like giving her some ground beef, some chicken, and pretty much some vegetables. I mean, I like treating my French Bulldog basically like my child. There's a lot of food that there's a lot of nutrients and proteins that I want her to absorb, and at the same time I want her to stay in a consistent diet. I don't want to change her puppy food to different foods, or to different dog foods either. Now, here's the kicker. This is where I messed up. I ended up giving her, I got the right puppy food, right? Well, not really. I didn't get the right puppy food. I messed up. I fucked up. But from this one, I know. But I'm not going to change her dog food, her diet, right now, because it's in a critical stage where she's developing her breasts, and she's starting to get a little bit bigger on the sides of her stomach. Now, where I messed up is that I did get puppy food, and I got it as a protein. Her main ingredient is protein, which is lamb, and I'll show you guys a picture right here of the one that I actually got. As you guys can see, the picture is not a French Bulldog. It's, a puppy, but that puppy is bigger than a French Bulldog. So that's where I want to kind of teach you guys a little bit of my mess up. The puppy food that I got is for large bred dogs, or larger dogs. I want to stick to small breed dogs, sorry. I want to stick to dog food that is for small breeds, which is actually this one. This is the correct dog food. Now, I messed up because I was in a rush, and I ended up buying the other one. Now I have to stick to that one. I mean, it's not really too bad, but it's just, I want to say she might be missing some she might be missing a few ingredients that my French Bulldog will need, because she's a smaller breed. And that's where I want you guys to understand that it's very crucial to pick out, a dog food for your female French Bulldog before she even gets pregnant, during her pregnancy, during her breeding, and stay consistent with it. Now, I like giving her, ground beef. I mix it in with her puppy food, and she loves it. What I've started to notice is that she doesn't eat as much, and her hormones, she's having a lot of hormone changes. Why? Because one day she's super happy, the next day she's really lazy, the following day she's sad. And I keep her close to me and I start to see these changes. Now, it's not something I should worry about, but it is something that I try to accommodate. I continue to, play with her, take her out to her bathroom breaks, and just basically keep her next to us inside the house. Because it's very crucial during her pregnancy that she gets, love and attention. And that's basically what you want the puppies to come out with, a bunch of love and attention. Now, there's a lot of breeders who are just in it for the money. And all they do is breed. They don't care about the puppies. They just care about how many they get and how fast they can sell them. And that's it. Not for Tank Blue Frenchies. For Tank Blue Frenchies, we make sure that the puppies will go to a family or, one individual who will take care of the puppy from puppy stage to adulthood. And if there's any issues during that time frame, my phone line is always open, text messages or calls, and I can get back to them. I just want to remind you guys that I do plan on doing a giveaway, depending on how well this video does. We're pretty low on subscribers, so if you haven't already, please make sure to give me a like, subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of content coming up. If you guys haven't seen how French Bulldog is bred or how French Bulldog puppies come out, I'll try to have a video every week, if not more, and I promise you guys that.